Hello, everybody. Welcome to Fanboy Talk, the only podcast where two guys talk about stuff. I'm TroyBoy17, coming at you live, joined today, as always. But why can't I switch seats? By my favorite co-host, Mithi. How you doing?
I am in fact a guy, and we are talking about
We're going to be talking about some stuff.
Whoa, revolutionary. Revolutionary. No one's done it before.
No one's ever thought of it.
New to this.
I should say guys with glasses, too.
Guys with glasses?
Guys with glasses.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? I hate looking at myself without glasses.
Shit, are you Superman?
I don't like looking.
Holy shit, Mithi, where'd you go?
Remember when I talked about Slimesicle on the first episode? The guy that you think is a zoomer? Yeah, every time he takes off his glasses, he doesn't look like himself. He looks like something different.
Are you
like something
do you by
different.
chance work for the Daily Planet?
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the Scooby-Doo movie, the one with him and Crypto?
No, but
there's a good bit. There's a very funny bit where like the gang are like, oh, that's Superman, but nobody at the Daily Planet can tell. And then so they like play along, but then like Superman loses his glasses. He's like, I can't see without my glasses. They do the fucking Scooby-Doo thing. Like, that's good. That's a fun movie. Yeah, that's a very fun one that everybody said was canceled, and then the movie leaked, but the movie wasn't canceled. So it was weird. That was a weird experience.
Yeah, but then it came out, right? It didn't come out officially.
I see the Blu-ray when I'm at Target now, and I'm like, that's fun.
Yeah, Blu-ray prices are going up. Blu-ray prices are going up, and Best Buy's not selling them anymore. Down. That's right. I haven't walked into a Best Buy since they took them down. I want to see what it looks like. Like, is it a ghost town?
Like,
did they just put PS4 titles
okay, there's a little bit more shelf space. It's not worth it.
What did they put there? A fucking fridge aisle?
I don't like. They put more sound bars. They're just filling up the space with stuff that they already had.
Yeah,
it's so weird.
They have so do they still have PS4 titles? That's all that really matters.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what you go into Best Buy for. You know what's weird? You know what's really, really weird? I got Spider-Man Miles Morales PS4 from GameStop for $20.
Yes.
Then there was a newer copy from Target for $20. I was having online connectivity issues, so I returned my GameStop one and I got the Target one. I still got connectivity issues. I was like, okay, something's just wrong.
What do you mean a newer copy?
Like a fresh copy, like non-opened one from Target.
Oh, like not pre-owned.
Yeah, not pre-owned.
I don't think there's actually that big of a difference.
I don't think so. It's still not working.
Unless if you're getting like a deluxe edition that has like codes inside.
Yeah, it's still the same. But here's the problem. Like, I go to Best Buy, same thing. Miles Morales, Spider-Man, PS4 for the PS4, $59. I went to Walmart. I think it was $49 at Walmart.
Was it the deluxe edition? Because that's the one.
It was the same. It didn't say deluxe on it. It was just, I think it's just a launch version, and it didn't have anything else on it. And I was so confused.
It might have just been a sale or something.
Maybe that's what it was. I tried to look back and see if I got it on a sale or something, but I don't know. Go get Miles Morales PS4 for pre-owned $30 or something. But I was also confused why GameStop was selling a pre-owned copy for the same price as Target. Like, that felt wrong too. But
capitalism.
That makes sense. That's money. A lot of that money.
I like money. I think Clancy Brown was at the thing too. I saw a guy that looked a lot like Clancy Brown. I was like, I don't want to assume. But there were so many things. There were so many instances like that where it's like,
imagine you go.
That'd be the most embarrassing situation in the world if I thought it was someone else.
Yeah. Should we provide context for what you went to? No,
I'll get to it later. Yeah, how you doing, Mithi? What have you been up to?
I'm good. I lit a candle behind me like I did last time. That's what's going on in my life.
Yeah, we can see it.
I went on a shoot last weekend, shooting a thing for my school's university, something with the president of the university, and so I gave him camera direction.
You shot the president?
What? That's the thumbnail. Mithi shot the president. No. That was fun, but then also my camera battery broke on it, so now I have a camera battery. And I need to take it to another set this weekend. So that's been fun to stress over. And also school started for me very late. So I've been working through assignments and watching movies. And I keep beginning every day thinking I'm going to find 3 hours in my day today to rewatch The Batman, because I am really in the mood right now to rewatch The Batman. every single day I have not been able to accomplish this. I have not opened up the movie.
Well,
I have
that's
not opened up
that's a
HBO
big
Max.
ask.
I know it's.
I'm gonna
like,
take. Hang on, let's do the math on that. What is that? Like an eighth of the day?
Yeah. So like every day in the morning, like by 10 o'clock, I'm like, yeah, at some point today, I am going to start watching the Batman. And even if I don't finish it, that's fine. But I'm gonna at least start watching the Batman and get through most of it. And every day I fail to accomplish this goal. Do I complete my assignments? Sure. Do I go on film sets? Sure. Do I do everything I need to do in the day? Sure. But did I do the most important thing? No. I am a disappointment.
That's why you're falling behind.
Exactly. See, you probably watched the Batman like 7 times.
Watch it every day, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So
got nothing better to
do. That's where I am as a person and a human being. I also watch Argyle, but should I complain about that now or later? I don't know.
That's up to you.
I'm going to complain about it
spoil
now.
it. So
okay,
I don't.
Why?
So okay, before we start talking about it, I have not seen it. But spoilers for Argyle.
Spoilers for Argyle. No one watched the movie, and I don't think. Okay,
but some people are still like, oh, but there's a twist in it. I want to know I don't want to know the twist.
There's no. The twist is obvious, and it's not a twist. And then the twist after that is also kind of obvious, and it's not really in the twist. And
was the second twist the one you told me?
So okay, the first twist of the film Argyle, which comes from the sick and twisted mind of Matthew Vaughn.
Sick and twisted.
Sick and twisted mind of Matthew Vaughn. The first twist from the sick and twisted mind of Matthew Vaughn is that Agent Argyle is not the cat like people.
I thought it would be the cat.
It's not the cat. It's not James Bond. I heard a lot of theories that it's just going to be James Bond for some reason. It's just her. It's just the author. It's just the redhead.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard, fabulous director of the best episode of Book of Boba Fett. Bryce Dallas Howard. She is Agent It's Argyle. They said that, and I was mad. It's just Rachel Kyle.
I'm sure it's not funny in the movie, but the way you're saying it makes
it sounds funny like that. I guess it's just I feel annoyed as a watcher. But then after that, the second twist after that was that they were all thinking that she was on the good agent side, but actually she was on the bad agent side, and she was a double agent or something like that. But then I guess the twist after that was that no, she is on the good agent side, and she was like a triple agent. I got so confused about what's going on. There's a scene at the end of the movie where they do like an oil spill, and they do like an ice rink skating as she shoots everyone across this oil spill. And you think that would be cool in like a Kingsman movie, but then the way they do it just sucks, and it doesn't look right. I don't know, something about it looks wrong, and the CG looks wrong. Henry Cavill drives a car through a bunch of buildings like it's that one Tintin movie that was really awesome. Yeah. But it looks terrible, like the way the car moves. And if you learn basic After Effects, you understand acceleration and how objects accelerate. Like that's basically After Effects is physics. You need to learn how objects move.
After Effects actually created gravity. And then Isaac Newton stole it from that.
Exactly. He
put it into the real world.
But then he couldn't renew his Adobe subscription. Yeah,
because they got too expensive. Yeah.
Exactly.
And he tried to pirate it, but then he kept getting the pop-ups.
I know.
He couldn't.
And that's why he was so frustrated. He threw an apple on the ground.
And then he switched to Affinity.
Wait a second. and that's where everything came from, was Adobe's high prices. But there's a scene where he's driving this car, and it's just accelerating, like decelerating too slow, so it looks really weird. All the slow-mo is like CG slow-mo, and it looks like terrible. Something's off about it. TLDR, that's like the second twist, is that she's actually going to be, she was a bad guy, but now she's going to be a good guy. The third twist of the movie, you learn that Ellie Conway, I guess, is Agent Argyle, right? And then she publishes her final book, and all of her friends are there secretly in the audience admiring her, and she won the story. Third act conclusion point, yay. And then a guy raises his hand from the crowd, and it's Henry Cavill in a southern accent and a big mullet of a wig, and he's like, hey, I heard you wanted to hear something from me or something. And it was really confusing, and I didn't stay for the mid-credit scene, but I heard about the mid-credit scene, and I read what the mid-credit scene was. Supposedly it's like a younger version of Henry Cavill getting a card as he's accepted to work with the Kingsman. So it's a Kingsman movie.
Why does he?
Why
keep
is it
doing
a
this?
Kingsman movie? And
Why,
I heard Matthew Vaughn
Vaughn
talking about this.
Matthew Vaughn.
And I was so yeah. You go ahead.
Matthew Vaughn, I'm saying this to you as probably the biggest Matthew Vaughn fan and probably the biggest Kingsman fan. Stop it. Be normal again. Go back to Kingsman 1 days. Go back to First Class days. Stop doing whatever you're doing.
Go back to Kick-Ass days.
Yeah, go back to your Oh my God, the Kick-Ass days. Yeah, I
watch.
don't know.
I want a Kick-Ass 3, but at the end
now
credits.
You know how I feel about the Kingsman.
Yeah,
like it's just like there's potential to it. It seems like, but just like I think Matthew Vaughn just went he just thinks he thinks he has to do certain things.
You know what I think it is?
Yeah.
I think he thinks he's Guy Ritchie, but he's not Guy Ritchie. I think I made this comparison at some point, either on the podcast. I think
we made it last week. Exactly. Yeah.
Probably it was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. They all merge. But
I did watch the trailer for the Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah, it looks good.
With giant Reacher wearing the little glasses.
With big man with Reacher glasses. Man. My professor hates everything.
There's a new big man with glasses.
I know.
First it was Dave Bautista, and now it's
him. Yeah. My professor hates everything, and he likes Reacher. Reacher is like
it's
the
actually
thing that
everyone
likes Reacher.
I tried starting season 2 and I didn't love it, but I might need to, because it's also because the start of season 1 is like such a banger, and I'm like, wow, I love this dude. I love this guy as like a character, and then it never really hits the peak for me, like as him. Yeah. Like he's a certain way in episode 1, and it's like, oh my God, that's so cool. And then for the rest of the show, he's a different way. That's like a little bit more generic action hero. I'm like, oh fuck, man, I liked him before.
That's fair.
He's very much like oh hey, cops, you suck. You gotta do shit by the book because you're all. He's like ACAB, but then like 3 episodes later, he starts just killing people. I'm like, whoa, hey, come on, man.
That's some Nolan Batman rules of killing.
But again, that's just because I set myself up for it and stuff. I need to finish season 2. I think it might pick up or something.
I always wanted to watch Jack Ryan, but then I never ended up watching Jack Ryan, and maybe I should watch Reacher instead.
So I think Reacher is what Jack Ryan wants to be. I think Jack Ryan is much more propaganda.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, because I always prefer seeing Reacher clips on my TikTok shorts, YouTube shorts, whatever feed than like.
He's such a big dude. He's so big.
He takes up.
His hands are the size of Christmas hams.
He's too wide for the little screen.
They call him a gorilla. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but Henry Cavill, young Henry Cavill. Is he British?
I don't know, because there was an accent, but it was a really bad accent. You can't
join the Kingsmen if you're not British. That's the whole fucking thing.
I think he is British and he's putting a bad accent, maybe. Is that it?
Oh, maybe.
Just for the scene? But it just seems out of nowhere.
Oh, so they all died. The Kingsmen are dead.
Where did Taron go?
I don't know. He's the only good part.
Where did he go?
Matthew Vaughn keeps trying to make Kingsman happen without Eggsy, and Eggsy is the fucking most likable character ever.
Of Kingsman, yeah, exactly.
It's why I didn't like 2, because the first one is like this very
everything else. Yeah,
the first one is like this very cool, like rags to riches. What's the play I'm thinking of? I can't remember. That they even reference in the movie and shit, but it's like a rags to riches type movie. So I'm blanking on the name of that. And it's like Eggsy's very likable. It's about class issues and stuff like that. It's very cool. And then the second one, he says, oh yeah, people liked the first one because it was crazy spice stuff. We're gonna do more crazy spice stuff. Yeah. And then people didn't like Kingsman 2. And then he was like, oh, people must have not liked Kingsman 2 because of Eggsy. I'm like, no, that's the only reason people like Kingsman 2 is because of Eggsy.
Yeah, and then
then
Taron
he goes
went off
even
to do
wackier,
big and crazy things too.
Then Taron became best friends with Elton John on the cast of Kingsman 2, and then played Elton John in like.
Is that how it happened?
Biopic
is it
ever.
actually how it happened?
I think so, and he was so good in Rocketman. Rocketman's really good.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, like I don't know what's going on with the Kingsman franchise and what.
Because I don't get it too, because I guess the idea is like she writes books in the movie. Like that's the whole point, is she's writing these books.
And have you heard that insane conspiracy theory about this movie?
What's the conspiracy theory?
It's not true, because like it got debunked. People were like people were theorizing that Ellie Conway is a pseudonym for J.K. Rowling, And they thought that they were like and the only evidence they had. You know what's even funnier? Do you know the evidence they had?
Because the books are bad.
Yeah, they were literally like this has to be J.K. Rowling. It sucks. It has to be her.
Bad, so it's J.K. Rowling. You know what? Yeah, I support that theory. I really hope it's true, even though it's not.
No, the writers of it was written by the screenwriters.
I see.
Yeah,
like what I think is weird is so she wrote these books, and I guess the idea is the post-credit scene is teasing that like the books are the real story, but I don't know if it's so. Like, is the Kingsman universe the universe that also exists within the books that she's writing, or is the Kingsman universe the universe
going to be a new fictional universe
that includes? Is Ellie Conway a real person in the Kingsman universe, or is the Kingsman universe just like an extended universe that's also the universe of the books? You know,
so there's the movie Argyle.
There's the movie Argyle,
and then Kingsman. Are you saying that Kingsman is now a fictional series inside of the Argyle movie universe?
Yeah,
or Kingsman and Argyle are the same universe, and she's going to write fictional books?
If they're the same
Why would she write fictional books about a super secret organization though, and make it not super secret? That's stupid.
Yeah,
the whole point is that it's super secret. It's so secret that even fucking Channing Tatum didn't know what they were. Like that's the whole point.
So it's like I don't.
$2,100 for a 2-bedroom. Sorry, I get notifications for apartments now.
That's great.
Oh shit, that's like right by Olivia's work too. Damn.
Well, there you go.
Let me say that.
Can you tell me the address
there
on the podcast?
No pictures. There are no pictures. It is blank on this Zillow page. That is kind of scary.
That's you have to go there and find out.
It's an empty parking lot.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it'd be really funny. It would be so much neater if they're all just the same universe, and then you get Henry Cavill and Taron Egerton in a movie together. And I guess that's the idea.
That'd be fun because I like the both of them. And I like Taron Egerton far more, but I like Henry Cavill at least for the moment until he says something stupid again. He's at 2 strikes right now, and I'm like, all right, dude, chill.
Oh, I see. He'll say something stupid on his.
He said weird shit about Me Too, and I'm like, dude, what the like? And he apologized for it. So I'm like, okay. And then he dated.
He was on the Guy Ritchie train a little bit too hard. Which, speaking of, the trailer looks awful. I don't know everything about Guy Ritchie, but the trailer looks awesome. I don't know. Did I say awful?
You did say awful, and I was like, oh, whoa.
I meant awesome.
I thought you said awful.
I see how people took my Batman review back in 2020
because I said the exact opposite of what I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
I hated it.
Yeah, I hated it. It was 10 out of 10. But yeah, I don't know. Argyle, weird movie, weird.
I was writing it off because I was like, why did it say? Because I didn't realize Matthew Vaughn directed it. I thought he just produced it because that's what it said on IMDb at first. No, and so I was like, why does it say from the mind of Matthew Vaughn when he didn't direct it? And then it turns out he did direct it. Sick and Twisted Mind of Matthew Vaughn. And then I was like, oh, he directed it. Maybe I'll go see it. And then I'm seeing everybody talk about it. I'm like, this does not seem fun to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure the performances are fun.
The thing is,
did you
watch that movie?
Mithi, I'm going to stop you right here, actually. Okay. Did you only watch this for Dua Lipa?
No. I'm over my Dua Lipa phase.
Really?
That Houdini song was okay. It was okay.
Okay. You sure you're not running the synesthetic Twitter account?
No, I'm not running.
There's just a horny posting all the time.
No, I have a girlfriend. I'm not allowed to do those things. I don't run it anymore. I never ran it. I mean, I never ran it.
I choose not to.
I never run it. I saw them posting Dua Lipa, and I was like, "It's not a movie." And then everyone was like, "It's not a movie," and I'm like, "Yeah, I thought that. I had that thought.
I thought the same thought.
Yeah. No, I watched it because Henry Cavill, because I wanted to see Man from U.N.C.L.E. ruined me. I watched a nice spy movie directed by like not underground is Guy Ritchie, but
Guy Ritchie?
Oh, yeah. Sure. So, but like I watched a movie that was by either Guy Ritchie or Matthew Vaughn, and it was about spies, and it was cool, and Henry Cavill was in it, and Henry Cavill's going to play a spy again, and I guess Dua Lipa's in it.
When you look up Man from U.N.C.L.E., Uncle Ben shows up in the, in the search.
That's great. That's great.
Fucking hilarious. I guess it's like Spider-Man Uncle.
Yeah, I bet Sony really wishes they owned the property of Man from U.N.C.L.E. now. They could really milk that shit to death.
Madam Web coming
Madam
out
Web.
this Friday.
I bet you're gonna see it twice.
I'm gonna see it twice. I'm so excited for this. He was busy because here's the thing. It's gonna be like such a complicated and deep movie that you're not gonna get it on the first viewing. You have to see it twice, maybe even 3 times to really get what was happening in the Amazon when they were researching spiders when her mother died.
Because she was in the Amazon. He was in the Amazon with my mother researching spiders right before she died. Did you see the Red Letter Media video?
No, I didn't. But I finally saw that interview, the City Sweeney interview you're talking about, where it's like I wanted to hang upside down because that's a Julia. That's such a Julia thing to do.
Yeah, I was like, okay, good for you.
All right, go off, Queen. Get that back. I guess
No, and then it was like I was so. I watched that Red Letter Media Nerd Crew because the Nerd Crew came back, and I love the Nerd Crew episodes from Red Letter Media because they're perfect and they're so cynical. And it's just the entire video is just them having technical issues, and it's the funniest thing ever. The entire time they're all just cutting out. Yeah, Madam Web is going to be
not very unlike this podcast, but unironically.
Yeah.
It's not a bit.
No, it's not, but it's okay.
Let's hope your audio levels are right. I think
it's okay. I'm going to talk like this from now on, and no one's gonna. It's all going to be like this, and this is great audio technique. Is me talking with my neck up to the ceiling.
Can you hear
me? I don't.
That's your good angle.
Don't remind me. That's true. I shaved my face and I looked like I gained 50 pounds. That's what happened.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You look good.
I got this haircut. I got this face.
Good. You look good. Fuck you.
What happened?
That's my friend you're talking about there. I'll kick your ass.
Sorry. All right.
I'll beat you up. I say that to Olivia now too, where it's like she's mean to herself. I'm like, hey, that's my girlfriend. Fuck you. Back off.
That's good.
You don't say that about her.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was I saying? I don't know.
I don't say I'm gonna kick my girlfriend's ass. I want to make that very clear. These comments are gonna be a shit show. This episode's rough. We don't have a main topic. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're 20 minutes in. You spent half of it talking about Argyle, a movie I haven't fucking seen. That I maybe should have. I don't fucking know. I still haven't watched I still haven't watched or played the Suicide Squad, so we can't talk about that.
It's not like I can talk about it to convince you to go watch it or something. It's just ranting about it, which I guess podcasts are just that. We just rant about things. Yeah. But I don't know.
What else are we gonna do
with that yet?
Fucking...
I need big trending topic to talk about big trending topic.
Yeah.
And then I talk about next
big trending
topic. What's the big trending topic? What you do? Let's go back to that.
That's funny you should ask.
Yeah. Maybe we provide context now.
Not much. I got invited to. I don't really know how it happened. I'm a little bit confused because they told me one thing, but then Comic Drake told me another thing, so I'm not totally sure. But I got invited by Electric Now to go to the Saturn Awards this year, and they're like, that's like a science. It's like an award show for like science fiction TV and movies and stuff. And it's like very much like run by fans and shit. And this was their first year that they had like online influencers come. And so it was me and Comic Drake went, and Olivia came with me, and then there were a bunch of other creators there. I think Straw Hat Goofy was there, and I met Ali Tran. She's like she's a horror TikToker and stuff, and she was really cool. But yeah, I just did the red carpet, and we just like I did a little stream with Drake, and we hung out a little bit, and I got to meet Charlotte Marduena, Blue Beetle, and he was the nicest man on the planet. It was kind of fucking freaky. Like he was very, very chill. And he like talked to me and stuff, and he's very cool. That's cool. I feel bad.
Did you tell them who you were?
He was like he basically asked in the nicest way possible, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I was like, I literally told him, I was like, I'm an influencer, I guess, and I don't know what I'm doing here. I should not. This is not my space, because it really wasn't. This was so like industry and like red carpet schmoozing, and I'm not about that. I don't live by that. And I was just like, okay, I see a guy I respect and like, and I just wanted to go say hi to him. And then he asked for a picture. I don't normally ask for pictures with people, and he was like, "Do you want to get a picture?" I was like, "Oh, sure, okay, cool."
Yeah.
So I talked to him a little bit, and then I talked to Breck Passenger, who plays Stargirl. And she's super sweet. She's so fucking nice.
Yeah.
She made sure because there's a big storm in Southern California right now, and I had to drive so I left early for this reason, because the there's a big old rainstorm happening, and the infrastructure is not built for the rain down here.
It's not built for the San Diego weather.
It was like we were up in LA and then we had to drive to San Diego, but both places are like flooded right now.
Yeah.
And so you were like, oh, am I gonna dox him? Oh,
I saw my face. I was like, fuck.
I saw the sandy, sandy cheeks from SpongeBob. Oh, you don't get that because you're too young.
You fucking caught me in the
but no, but like I told Brecca, I was like, we told her we were leaving because it's like we wanted to kind of skip some of the rain, and she was like, you're driving to San Diego now, fucking. She was like super sweet. She was like making sure we were able to get home safe and stuff, and she's really, really nice. And I saw the I forgot her name, Grace something, who plays Mary Marvel in Shazam. She was there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I didn't talk to her. She was like people were all like talking to her, but she seemed really cool. And Nick Cage walked past us, and I was like, "That's Nick Cage." And Olivia got a picture of him, not with him, because he looked very tired. He did not want to be there.
Yeah,
and Dave Filoni was there.
This was in like the late evening, early evening.
This was it. The red carpet started at 1. Yeah. I walked the red carpet at 12:45, and I had my pictures taken.
I was gonna say, let's look at these.
Let's look at these pictures with our high definition.
Look at that.
Me. Yesh was making fun of my fit here because he was like, "Why would you wear that?" Well, no, the problem was I was told casual. Oh. I was on a Zoom call with the people who ran it. And I was like, "What is the dress code?" And they said, "Oh like, yeah, it's casual. People are wearing jeans. There's no stress to it." And I show up and everybody's in fucking tuxes. I'm like, "God damn it!"
I like the idea though, because everyone's looking at you a little bit. Then, like as you pass by,
there was a guy that gave us like the lead poisoning stare. Like
really?
he was like, "You should not be here." And I was like, "Oh, this is." But he was like 90.
Yeah,
it was. I was not supposed to be there.
In Hawaii, that's like actual business professional attire, though. It's like when you go to work, you wear a Hawaiian shirt.
But good news. Got some bad news for you there.
That's not
Hawaii.
Oh no.
But no, it was a fun experience, and like I'm not helping myself as a Spider-Man YouTuber by doing this shit. I don't know why I did that.
That was a good photo. So there you go.
No, they were nice. They talked to me. The photographers like talked to me, and they were like chill. And now I'm on Variety. Yeah. Look at that. I'm on Getty. You can look me up on Getty Images.
And you're a professional celebrity now because
I'm a celebrity. I know. I wonder if I could get on the. I would never because I love my girlfriend to death and I'm never gonna. That's the most important in my life. But I could, in theory, now join that celebrity dating app, whatever that one's called.
You could because you're a Getty Image now.
I'm on Getty Image. Look at those.
Variety.
Look at that. Look at that carpet, baby. Feet touching it and everything.
Yeah.
I walked that carpet.
There's a billboard behind you that says awards on it.
I was so glad that the person who ran it was like, "Oh, Troy, I never got your full name," and I was like, don't want it attached. No, to this. You're not gonna get it. Just say Troy Oboyo 17.
My first name is Troy, and then my last name is Oboyo 17.
Oboyo 17.
There you go.
Yeah,
I was gonna say is you got the Getty Image treatment. You can and back in the good times, you could have gotten verified on Twitter based off of this, but
now I gotta pay $8.
Now you gotta pay $8 for it.
Yeah,
you know. So it's like. Well, what do? You walk the red carpet. You get your. I was gonna say also you got your photo taken more often than Neil Druckmann at the fucking Golden Globes.
Yeah,
did you see that?
Also, I know that's mean. The influencer pictures were just so that the photographers could test their equipment. Just make sure the pictures were working.
It doesn't matter. You got a picture. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, and I met I hung out with Comic Drake. I forgot to mention that. He's the one who got me I think he's the one who got me the invite. They also said that they were going to invite me anyway, but I'm like, no, there's no fucking way. Because I was looking at all these other creators and they have like millions of followers. I'm like, that's not me. I don't even have 100,000 at the moment. Like it was.
Were they looking for people in like the California West Side?
No, because Drake's from Texas, so it's like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, and he had to fly out and shit. I think most of them were local though. I don't know. I wish I had a chance to talk to more of the creators and stuff and kind of network with that a little bit, but it was a good experience. And I don't think I will ever go to one ever again. I don't think it's for me, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I got to meet. Literally, thank God I didn't tell him this because this would be fucking freaky.
Yeah.
I had a dream about Sholo the night before. And not about Sholo, not like a dream about Sholo, but I had a dream. Do you ever have dreams you're going to see movies Is that how fucked up I am?
I've had like a something similar to that probably.
I dream about going to movies all the time. I had a dream. Really? I went to James Gunn's Justice League, and he was in it, and like people like gave him a standing ovation when he showed up. Like they treated him like Matt Murdock.
Really?
And I was like, when I woke up, I was like, if I see him today, I should tell him that.
Tell him that.
And then I totally forgot to. And then also, but the thing, I feel so bad because he was talking to somebody. Well, when I saw him, he was talking to somebody, and I was like, I couldn't tell who it was, and I didn't really like place his face. And I'm starting to realize now, I think it was the director. I think it was on Hell. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I would kill to talk to Hellman Soto.
Did he have the long hair and the glasses? And
he did shit. Yeah, because I didn't realize that's what he looked like now. I think I was remembering him from like old interviews.
I see.
Yeah, so fuck, I feel shitty now.
You could have just talked to him for forever and then been like,
I literally would have. I would have like, because he's so fucking cool. And
imagine if any of them came up to you and they're like, "Where's the podcast on Blue Beetle? Why do you guys not do a podcast on Blue Beetle?"
Christopher Nolan was there. Christopher Nolan was in the building.
He was gonna ask you. He was there for those 2 minutes just to.
The reason he was unhappy on stage was because one, I left, and also because I shit talked him last week.
He was like, I don't want to be here next to a tenant denier.
That's why he's putting it back in theaters. He's putting it back in theaters, and then he's still here and shit talking.
You, Troy,
and I'm still talking shit, and he's like, "Well, I can't win with this guy." Even if I win a Saturn Award, I can't win.
I don't care. I'm leaving. I'm crying, and I'm leaving, and I'm calling, killing it in the middle of the night.
So. But like there were a lot of people that were there, like because we watched some of the award show, and I'm like, when did they show up? Because like Jakina was there, and Jakina would have been really cool to meet and talk to.
Yeah.
And Bitsy Tulloch was there, Lois from Super Lois, and like she was another person. I was like, I would.
They're like shooting right now too.
Yeah. I don't think Tyler showed up. I don't think like a lot of leads were there, but there was a lot of like supporting and stuff like that. But it was a really cool experience, and I'm glad I got to go. And I'm very, very grateful to Electric Now for inviting me and stuff. And Sweet. I need to still send them the email thanking them. My bad.
Yeah, I still have to do that for the CNN thing. Yeah. I sent like a thing, and I'm never going.
They're never inviting me back. I think they saw what I was wearing, and they were like, "Yeah, this dude's never. Okay. We are never inviting influencers ever again. We are never inviting. This is 50 on the 51st year. This guy at a Hawaiian shirt
think about this. Up. You ruined it for all
I ruined the Saturn Awards.
You ruined it for all the dumbass TikTokers who were there, who were like, "I'm here." And I do dances of Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, so I'm so glad I'm not in that scene, dude. I'm so glad I like don't get invited to the like again. It was a great experience, and I'm glad I went. I never want to go to a movie premiere. Mm-hmm. I never want to go to like carpet stuff again. because it's so weird, and like the energy you have to keep up was like like my battery is drained right now.
Yeah, because the whole day feels like a whole event, right? I guess.
Yeah, and I was on stream with Drake for like a half hour, and oh my god, and the weather, the red carpet was outside in that storm. There was a little canopy over us, so
hello,
I was dying. Can you hear me? You good?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, there we go. I can see the video, but the stream closed. But I'm good now.
Okay.
Is it working? I think so.
I hope so.
It's working.
We're still going. Yeah.
I think it's working.
We're a very professional podcast.
Anyways, it hasn't happened since we started doing it again.
I should be able to pause, but I don't know how. Like, there's a pause button, but I just clicked it and it didn't pause.
No, this is
so
like,
let's hope it's still going.
It's some weird indie horror thing we're doing where it's like we pause the recording midway through, and it's like we're trying to scare our audience. And that's
you mean a jump cut?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I can't think of. I can't.
You know the thing are you saying that's like Skinamarink this podcast?
No. Like, you know that one Batman Arkham Asylum thing where it, like,
where just like it seems like it breaks. Oh yeah,
that's what this was. That was
pausing it would just be. It would just pause it. It would just stop.
You just pause it and
it would just like it would just have
what?
No,
it
would just be a jump cut.
Yeah, it would just be a jump cut.
I mean, I guess if you want to freeze, we can. All right.
No. I
what are we doing here?
I thought about it for too long.
We need to start having topics.
We need to have topics.
We don't have a topic. We have nothing to talk about.
But you went to the Saturn Awards and it was fun.
I went to the Saturn Awards. What's really been going on in the news?
What was it? There was the
the Apple Vision Pro came out.
Yes, can we? Yeah, we're gonna rant about that.
I got some shit to say. You got some shit to say. What you got to say about it?
Because we're a tech podcast now.
Yep.
We're competing with the Waveform podcast starring Marquez Brownlee.
Yeah. We're taking your throne, Marquez.
Yeah, exactly.
We're coming for you with your red cameras in your studio.
I will say his podcast channel has like 300,000 subscribers. And you're getting on 100,000, so just do that 2 more times and you're good.
Just do it 2 more times.
Just do it 2 more times and you're good.
Yeah, that's so true.
So, but yeah, Apple Vision Pro came out and I watched the Casey Neistat video.
Yeah, I haven't really watched much about it. I just see TikToks of it.
I get what Casey means. I get the idea. I watched all the Marquez, not Marquez. I'm in Will Smith mode. The Marquez Brownlee reviews. I understand what he means as well. This is a revolutionary product. Apple hasn't released like a first gen product and also a pro product in a while. It's also extremely dystopian. Just off the base idea, you're not looking at the world. You're not. This isn't the world. Like when you put the thing on and you're looking at it, I'm not going to explain what it is because just look up ski goggles. That's what it looks like. You put this thing on. It's a black screen of glass with a bunch of cameras around it, right? And it turns on. It shows you this like
it's a
extremely tailored, extremely technically impressive view of VR that's tailored to your eyes. If you need prescription glasses, you can put prescription glasses in there. It's perfect. It looks great. Maybe a minor amount of fuzzing like around the sides, like you're wearing ski goggles, but aside from that, it looks perfect. But it's not real.
Yeah,
it's like
it's not like a Google Glass situation where you're looking through glass into the real world.
You're seeing AR.
You're seeing a camera feed of a screen, and so in low light, it's all fuzzy, grainy, like it's a camera.
Exactly.
And it's
and
which is like weird because like why isn't it like a Google Glass? This very much could have been it's just a Google Glass thing.
But I don't think I wonder if the whole idea is the thing that I don't completely hate it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it because it is. I think it's going in the right step of AR is the future and seeing things alongside the real world is how I think hopefully we want to progress as a human race in terms of our like productivity.
It's better than the metaverse.
Exactly, because the metaverse is just little balls in a flat space, and that's it. And the whole idea is the tracking. But like the thing that's so dystopian about it is Apple needs to change this to make it smaller, to make it
needs to be glasses. It needs to be a pair of glasses. Yeah. Like the fact that Google Glass existed 10 years ago did very similar things. Yeah. And is like, but instead they're going more, it's the form factor of a Quest and frames itself as a VR headset, but doesn't actually really do VR.
Because it's an AR set.
It's an AR set, but it's like, then why does it look like that? Why is it like this big and clunky?
I think my fear is it's because Apple wants control over what you are seeing. Because if you are seeing something outside and it's Apple's job to portray something onto your vision while you're watching something outside, they don't have full control over what your display looks like. Whereas if they give you a full display, they can basically make it like you're entering Apple, you have control over
Apple is Apple is a little bit better than other, not to dick ride Apple too much, but because like I don't really love them as a company, but I like their products because they don't like sell ads. Like they don't like put like you look at like a Windows device
and you're selling ads.
Windows will sell your data and your ads all over everything. Versus like Macs are more expensive, but you know for a fact you're not going to get an ad on it. You know. Yeah. Like I mean, unless rare circumstances and stuff, like I don't feel like I'm ever being advertised to. And so it's like, I don't necessarily know if that's a fear of it, but I do think like I think other companies would definitely be like that, where it's like, if this becomes the norm, then Google's going to do it. And Google's going to fill up your fucking feed with ads to the point where you can't even see where you're walking and shit. Yeah. Unless if you pay the premium $50 a month subscription or some shit.
On top of the other $100 a month you're paying for it. Yeah.
Yeah. My thing that's always bugged me, I think on a hardware level, this thing is actually like amazing.
That's what I was thinking too.
Like on a hardware and software level, I think it's incredibly impressive. It's the fact that I don't like AR in this. I'm saying I don't like it in this form factor where it's a screen being passed through. I like it as it's just looking through glass and stuff. But it's also like I am a big VR gamer. I love VR gaming. I got the original Quest and I love it. And I think I might honestly pick up a Quest 3 soon because like this one's getting old and isn't really working very well anymore. Yeah. But like VR, and the thing that's always bugged me the past few years, like VR has changed from this very fun gaming experience. It was for entertainment and fitness and art and enjoyment, right? It's like Beat Saber and Half-Life Alyx and Skyrim and just like it's for video games. And somewhere along the way, the tech became just good enough or just passable enough for fucking Mark Zuckerberg to say, we're gonna take that and make it boring. We're going to take that and make it, it's a productivity tool. It's to get you back in the office. And I'm like, no, this is a way to experience art.
Yeah.
It's a toy. It really is. Yeah. And it should be a toy. It's a fucking PS5. It'd be like if the PS5 was like, actually, you have to video edit on this thing now. Like, no, I don't want to. I want to play Spider-Man. And it's like, this kind of feels like an evolution of that as opposed to an evolution. Because if it was if this was on a hardware level, all this really is a Quest 3 with an M1 chip in it. And the M1 chips are stupid powerful.
Yeah.
If it was just that and it had VR games running on M1 chips, that'd be killer. That'd be so much fucking fun. But there aren't games for this. This isn't for gaming. This is for living life and you just have a big screen next to you. It's like, okay, I could just buy a fucking TV.
Yeah. Like, do you remember do you remember like when the whole Meta thing happened and Zuckerberg had his whole launch speech about the MetaQuest and you can enter the metaverse and here we are in the metaverse and it's awesome, right? I think Apple saw that and went, we can't do that, but we need to grab that market space.
Yeah.
And that's not the gaming market space.
This is better than the metaverse in that sense. Yeah. Because it's like this, you're right, it still forces people to look at the outside world in a way, but it's also oh my god, I think the screen on the front is so stupid.
It's ugly.
It's ugly and it's ugly. Plastic. The eyes breaks easily. The eyes don't make. It's weird. And like I don't see a benefit to that. If it was if it was glass, it passed through and just that's just what you look like.
And then you just see something there or something like that. But
again, like a Google Glass, that just would project it onto the lens in front of you. Totally chill.
But I guess they don't want that. But I don't know what they like.
I don't know.
The idea is you need to see everything within that screen. Like that's the idea because that's the initial idea because there's no technology there's Google Glass, but that's not capable enough to be able to do as much of the multitasking as you can, right? But that's what VR comes into play is because it is one singular unit just focused on showing you things for your entire eye. And like that's what this is doing. But I think the ultimate version of what this wants to be isn't that. But it's a Vision Pro, and it's similar to like the iPhone. When the iPhone came out, the iPhone as a model has changed a lot, but it's still the core thing of you have your task. It's all a touchscreen. This is the revolutionary mobile design. The fucking Steve Jobs speech and a phone, a mobile internet device,
look at my iPod,
look at my turtleneck. I'm speaking. Do you get it? Like that whole thing was just that's still not changed. That's still it's a music device. It is an internet browser. It's an application browser. It's all those things. If the Vision Pro is at its core a device that is going to be something that just shows you a pass-through vision, an artificial screen of the real world, I don't like where it's going to go.
Yes,
it needs to be something that changes that specifically later along.
And people are going to say like, oh, it's just the first revision. It's going to improve and stuff. But the iPhone fundamentally was the same thing. Yeah, it's like the iPhone wasn't a fucking flip phone when it came out and got drastic revisions and totally changed what it was over time. It was a fucking the device on its own was at the time perfect for what it was doing. Yeah, and then like it got incremental improvements over time. It got better, and changed.
I mean, we had like the iPad, which is just bigger screen.
You can still use an iPhone 1 right now and have a very similar experience versus if the Vision Pro is going in the direction that we want it to go, it's going to be a completely different piece of hardware in 5 years.
Which makes me think that like I don't think the future of this will come from Apple. I think the future of this will honestly come from a company like Samsung or Google in like 10 years is what
I could see. Samsung, because Samsung's been pushing the LG's been making the transparent screens.
Probably, yeah.
Like, but LG's dead, isn't it? LG's dead for phones. LG's good for screens right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess because the idea is like there's a lot of it's an extremely impressive piece of technical hardware.
Yeah.
Yes. It's extremely impressive that like that fast it's able to calibrate everything. Like,
and it can keep the fact that it can keep windows in certain rooms and you walk away from it entirely,
and then you can come back to
without
it.
having, because like with the Quest you have to like manually trace your room and shit like that. And I think that's really impressive on a software level.
Yeah, and I really like the concept. It's just that maybe it's too soon. Maybe it is just that they released this product a little bit too soon. Yeah. And I think that's also the problem too, is I think they're releasing this now because there are no real apps for it other than like a couple gimmick apps and
it's just a developer
iPad
tool.
Apps. Exactly. They
released it for $3,500 for developers to get a hold of it and make apps for it. But they also released it to consumers.
Exactly. That's the problem, is they released it to consumers. So developers who actually want to use it probably can't buy it now because they didn't release that many. The consumers,
tech bros are buying.
Yeah, the Cybertruck tech bros and the guys who got like
who make the fake like videos saying that they're driving while using it when you can't.
And they walk out and they go like this.
Yeah. Oh my god. This. Yeah.
And I'm like, what are you doing? That's not how it works. You go on you gotta train it. It stops working.
The hand controls is dumb. I don't think we need hand controls. Give me a.
You would want physical controls?
I think so. That's been because then you can have haptics involved. Then you can actually have resistance. If it's anything like the PSVR controllers, where it's like, especially the triggers have a resistance to them, like that would be helpful. But again, I guess I don't know.
The only reason I'm okay with not having a controller is because if we do want it to feel like a real AR tool, want it to just be able to control it.
I just can't picture myself tapping on something and not feeling like a resistance.
Yeah,
and honestly, satisfying.
Go the anti-Apple way. Have a stylus with it. And like have a stylus that's like actively tracking where your thing is, and then you drag it that way. That makes it easier for
Apple's
like LG to use it.
They've got to fuck the Apple Pencil. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. They could do that, but they're not going to go to the stylus because Steve Jobs said no stylus and then died.
They made one. They had one for the iPad.
Did. I know.
I have one right in front of me.
Is it good?
I draw. Yeah, actually, it's really good. It's the best. Okay. I think it's the best stylus on the market right now.
I have a stylus in my S22 and it's fun, but it's not the best. It has a clicky thing on the back, but the clicky thing does nothing. It doesn't do a single thing.
I thought
it's just a clicky. No, it doesn't. I tried to see if I could find out how to make it to take a picture, but it doesn't do anything. I don't know. Maybe that's the new ones that do that instead. But yeah,
I don't know. I fell off of. I used to be big on like Samsung stuff, and then I got an iPhone, and then I was like,
and then now you're an iPhone guy. Yeah, that's what's going to happen to me. But I kind of want to wait until they make something more promising. Like this is already promising, but something even more promising.
Like I think this 16 Pro is going to be like the like peak of what it could be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, I'm gonna get that, and then I don't have to worry about a phone for another 7 years.
Yeah.
Like that's what I do like about like even like this phone I'm having issues battery wise because I put it through hell with charging it. I'm not good to this phone at all.
Yeah. No, me neither.
But it's still holding up pretty good, and I don't really need to upgrade. I'm upgrading for USB-C and a better camera.
Yeah.
And maybe
because we come from the world of like camera technology where it's like we're used to people ripping us off all the time.
Oh my god, imagine log on your phone. Dude.
Yeah,
that'd be killer. That'd be
the one thing that is stupid about the Vision Pro that I think no one is using: facial video capture. Did you see that stuff? Where it's someone's birthday and you want to capture a spatial video.
What they're doing for the 16 is you know how so I have a 12, right? And you know the cameras are like this.
So you can capture a spatial video, right?
With the 13 they made it diagonal. And then now for the 16 they're going back to vertical so you could capture spatial video. Like yeah.
But what are you going to do
spatial in the pros
video?
Now.
Is that worth it?
It's just 3D.
But is it worth it, do you think?
No. I don't fucking know. Maybe for some things. I guess, I don't know. It's 3D video. It's the same trend that was in 2009 post Avatar where everything was 3D.
I guess, yeah. One thing with the Vision Pro that I heard is you can't capture your own panoramas to put as a backdrop. You have to use their panoramas because they want like certain effects with the panoramas that you can't recreate. Weird. But I'm like, what if you could capture your like the whole sell for the Vision Pro, I guess, is FaceTime, which even then it's
oh my god. The personas are weird.
Yeah.
I don't like those.
Or like, I guess maps would be fun to use like in there like, because you could walk around.
But you can just hold the phone.
Do that on your phone. Exactly.
Like I saw a video where it's like, look, we have the UI of the map right in front of me. And then I saw a response tweet that was like it would be so cool if you could have this in the palm of your hands.
And then you could have carried around. Yeah, exactly. So it's, like, it's one of those things that
there's a benefit to it, but in the sense of it's like, I feel like the Quest, I don't like Meta at all, or Facebook. I still call it Facebook. Yeah. But I do like the hardware of the Quest a lot because it's like, it's really well priced. It's primarily for gaming, despite the fact that they'll tell you it's not. It is very much for video games.
Yeah.
And they have good games on there. They have good controllers, and then you can do screen shit if you really want to. But I don't think anybody actually wants to.
Do you think a company like Razer or Alienware would make a VR headset?
Maybe, and put like sort of their gaming
spin on it.
Yeah, that'd be kind of
better
nice.
Processors, better headset.
Yeah,
maybe make it a chair that you.
I'm disappointed in PSVR. I think PSVR 2 could have been like game changing, but the fact that it's still connected to the console like kind of killed it for me. And also, it was $500.
That doesn't help.
$500, not including the controllers, still have to be connected to the $500 console.
Yeah,
and then $500 for a Quest 3. Where I already have bought a bunch of games on it. I already have so many games on Quest.
That's why you get an Apple Vision Pro for your entire
$3,500
everything,
and no games.
Everything.
Yeah, people say PS5 has no games.
Yeah.
Take a look at the Apple Vision Pro. Baby.
You can open maps though. You can FaceTime.
you can while I'm driving my Cybertruck.
You could do work but faster and on a plane.
Is it even? I
do like the idea of using it on a plane. I will say that sounds like the ideal situation.
I can't picture any VR resolution being high enough for it to replicate a monitor.
Yeah,
in a way that I can believably use.
But like, supposedly it does, but I don't believe it. That's why I really want to use it. I want to see how bad it is.
Try it. But it's like that would have to be like an 8K, 12K display right in front of your face to mimic a 4K monitor.
Yeah.
That's not just that you're going to get the screen door effect, and I don't enjoy that.
And people say they don't have that much. They say they don't get that much of a headache from it on it, like compared to something like the Meta.
What I do love hardware wise, and I'm amazed nobody's tried this before, is I do really like the battery being a detached thing.
Yeah,
everybody's making fun of the fact that it's not wireless.
But I think that's just because it's the Pro. I think if they ever make like an Apple Vision,
and also if they got rid of the screen on the front and that weird lenticular display,
it would be so much lighter.
I think it's pretty thin too. And maybe get a different strap that's more akin to like the
They sell it with a separate strap that goes over your head and behind your head, but everyone
doesn't
uses
have the like
curve one.
It doesn't have like the little twisty.
It doesn't have the
adjuster
thing.
Pro,
no. Yeah. So
yeah, because that's why I never switched to the Quest 2 because they started selling it with like a cloth band, and I knew I was like, that's gonna be a pain. That's gonna not be comfortable. Because that's why I don't use my Quest 1 anymore, because it's just too heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to get a PC and like a regular VR headset or something.
Yeah, and I need to get an actual working computer that isn't a bad laptop. But yeah. Sorry we didn't talk about Spider-Man for 20 minutes.
Spider-Man. No, the future is technology.
We're at tech.
Spider-Man using the Apple Vision Pro. We're
showing our engineering a little too much. Our engineering is showing a little too much. We gotta stop. We gotta go back to movie and Spider-Man. And speaking of suits, you want to talk about
speaking of the suits, Daredevil. So spoilers for Daredevil Born Again, because everybody's just leaking the show and doesn't actually give a shit about spoilers, and it makes me really mad. But so there's your warning. 3, 2, 1. If you don't want spoilers for that, don't look at this. Set photos for Daredevil Born Again have been coming out, and normally I don't give a shit about set photos, but
it's Getty Images too.
It's Getty. Oh my god,
Images. You are Daredevil. You are Daredevil. That's crazy.
So there are pictures of they're hugging. They're
hugging.
It's Daredevil's got a new costume, and Bullseye has a costume, and they are so close to being cool.
They're getting there. They're really getting there.
Oh, you almost got it. Why are they so afraid of logos?
I don't know. Supposedly the D on the belt is the logo.
That's a bullshit. That's lie. That's a lie. That's bullshit. That's a wrong. Bull. That's lie.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's also like, just a stunt man, right? That's not him. Yeah, that's a stunt guy. Yeah, I think so.
And same with Bullseye. Just put the fucking bullseye on his face and some white lines, and you're good. Why are they gotta be weird?
I don't get the gun in the middle. Is that a thing from comics?
What,
like the holster being like on his chest?
Good question. I actually don't remember. I can't really picture Bullseye in the comics, because every time I think of Bullseye, I unfortunately think of Colin Farrell in the movie.
Colin Farrell, yeah, that's what I was thinking
when he's doing the T pose on the escalator.
Because he looks this. I get the suit, and I get people really like this like down to earth version of the suit. This looks like a Fortnite skin. Yeah, like it looks like a weird, like funny Jonesy Fortnite skin. And that's what I was like. I didn't get it.
I don't understand why didn't they do it like, because he wore the Daredevil suit in
that's just 3. To do it over the Daredevil suit. He that would have been the Daredevil cool. Suit or something.
Yeah, he pulls a Hellboy and grinds off the horns. That would have been exactly. Sick. I don't know. The gun on the chest isn't really a comic thing.
That's not okay.
Not tonight. Not tomorrow.
They're really scared of bright colors. They're really scared of a silver or a white. That like
put some fucking white on this suit. And I think it'd be fine.
Or they're also really scared of light colored pants. They always need to be the army pants.
Yeah,
and it's like why are his boots that tall? Did his boots need to be that tall? I don't know. Yeah,
true. So I don't hate it. I don't love the texture. You can't really tell in this photo. I don't love the texture of it. It's got kind of that like CW Flash look. Like
that's what I was thinking too.
And it's a little weird. The eyes, that might just be a stunt thing.
I think that's
the eyes were looking kind of weird, but I don't know. I don't dislike it. I think it's just kind of an evolution of what they were doing before, but it's like, I think the season 3 suit, or like what Bullseye was wearing is
it's
perfect.
Like the old Deadpool suit to the new Deadpool suit.
Yeah. Like on where are you going with this? Because I have a take on the new Deadpool suit.
Not like the new Deadpool suit. Like the one like when they first started filming, the clothy one. Do you remember? Do you remember that?
Oh, they had, for the first movie?
No. Not like 1 to 2, from 2 to 3 for the new one. Like
all I know is that's just like a little. It's more red.
It's just more red. I think the cloth is different. It's not complete leather. It's like more cloth. Whereas this, I guess. It was really leather. It was really CW to just like a tiny bit less CW, I guess. Yeah. Like this feels like something out of The Boys, I guess, is if that's right to call it that, What's up with always making the neckline black? Is there no reason to make that like a darker maroon or a red?
I don't know, because isn't that what did he look like in season 2?
He had a lot of really dark red and black. Like that was the idea.
I did not spell that right.
And then he patched up with the little.
The season. Wait, hang on. There's so many. Oh no, it was the Defender suit, as I think is the good one.
Yeah, that's right. That's the one with more red on it. Yeah, that's right.
This also has
with the better mask.
I could have sworn. What did he look like in season? No,
in season 3 he was just. Yeah, you're thinking of Bullseye.
Yeah. It's hard because the lighting was never. It was this.
He also had a killer jawline, I
know. This was the same. This was the same suit as Defenders.
Mm-hmm. And it's a better suit than this. I would say it is better.
Really?
It's just you don't think it's better?
I think I like the mask. I like the mask better on this one.
Yeah.
I just don't like the texture of that mask.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that looks like an Ant-Man suit for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Daredevil's so hard to get. For a lot of people.
Yeah.
I just also I think if they had the logos, I'd be totally cool with it, but
I think they had Vincent D'Onofrio walking around.
Look at this Daredevil suit.
Yeah, this Daredevil that Daredevil suit. Okay, go back to the Daredevil suit. Wait a second. Maybe it is also just a stance that Bullseye is walking. It just looks like it looks like if it's not that, it looks like the James Gunn Suicide Squad costume,
Like, it looks like it's Pete
like a joke one
before he gets shot in the head.
Yeah, so I think what's gonna happen. This is his like rags costume, and then he's gonna get another thing from someone, and then he's gonna have a more official looking costume. Maybe, or maybe it's just like a one-time villain that gets shot, and then oh no, we have to move on.
Well, because he's only in it for a couple episodes. He's not going to be one thing. Which that's
unless it's going to be like a thing where he's in it and then he shows up at the end or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
So they still don't know how many episodes it's going to be. They're shooting without knowing how many episodes it's going to be supposedly.
That's concerning. Oh no. Oh no.
I know. I'm holding out hope because it's like the one thing they're really focused on working on this year.
Yeah.
So I'm holding out hope, but we'll really get to see.
Yeah.
I'll put the logo on there. What color would you want the text on the logo to be, given the suit?
Either probably black then, if you got all this black,
Okay, not like a silver or something like that.
No, I don't think the silver would stand out a little too much. It is hard because the Daredevil logo is not like
it's just a D and a D.
It's
a double D's. It's two letters. That's what someone's saying. Can someone add the double D's?
There's something about it where it's not like a bat or it's not like a picture of something that you can kind of be artistic with. It's like it's text. Even the Superman logo you can be sort of artistic with.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can we do a Daredevil logo that's just a picture of him in the suit and then the logo on that suit?
Yeah, or it's just like it's an eyeball but then like crossed out.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't got those. But yeah. It looks fine. I think I don't
know. I'm feeling a little bit better about the show, but also like still kind of cautious about it. Just because it's like still, it's still it's better than it was before. Yeah. And
there's a thing with like Disney Marvel versus Netflix Marvel, and I guess both had problems, but I guess a lot of people still prefer Netflix Marvel to Disney Marvel.
I think Netflix Marvel had a better tone. It had issues in terms of like it was very much ashamed of the comics material, but so is Disney Marvel.
Yeah,
like they both have the same problems, but
that's not any better.
But Netflix Marvel at least like has filmmakers involved and is allowed to make movies. Not movies, but is allowed to make the shit like as good as it possibly can be, aside from Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Because I was rewatching some scenes from Luke Cage and I was like, oh shit, this show actually was really good, and I feel like nobody gave it credit when it came out.
I'm holding out hope. We'll see if it's terrible or not, but I'm still hopeful that it's gonna be a good show.
I mean, you're right. The fact that it's only Deadpool and this year is a good sign.
It means they're focused on just those, which is I think a good thing in general. Is just to be focused on those two things.
Yeah.
So.
And Madam Web.
And Venom. And
was I telling you? No, I think I was talking to Christian.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny how Marvel is not releasing that many things this year to kind of try and fix the like Marvel fatigue. But Sony's dropping 3 movies this year and telling everybody it's Marvel.
You can tell that everyone who signed up for Madam Web thought they were signing up for MCU.
That's how it always goes. They think that it's the MCU because they say it's a Marvel project.
Because they also, I believe, tagged Marvel Studios when they like posted about it on Instagram like a few months ago.
Crazy. I love it.
And it's like, wait a second.
I think that Sony is just trying to kill Marvel. I think that's funny.
And then they're going to buy them back for $20 million or however much they want it back?
They're just going to be like, here, bad superhero movie, say it's MCU. And then we drop the Spider-Man 2099 movie and say it's Sony.
Awesome. Yeah.
And everybody loves, I think that's the plan.
No, you remember when they tried to buy Marvel for what, it's $22 million in like 2001 or not 2001, I think like 1996 or 1997. They're trying to take it back to those days. They're trying to tank Marvel so low they can buy it back for $22 million.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Exactly.
Because two movies didn't make that much money. It's gonna happen.
Oh no! Did it cut out again?
Oh no! I see you lagging. It might be my internet because I got the storm and shit.
Oh
so.
no!
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. It did the thing again. Whoa.
You did the thing, Angela Bassett. All right, we're at an hour now, so we could just save questions for next week.
We could. I can see you now though. It's working now. But did you have like one question you wanted to go through?
Yeah, you want to do one question here? Let's do okay. TamarisMorgan on Twitter asks, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. What specifically would you like to see more of in superhero movies? In parentheses, focus on saving regular people, types of stories, power portrayals, etc. Love listening to y'all banter. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much. We're a very professional podcast.
We are, clearly.
Yeah. What do you want to see from superhero movies besides the suits?
What do I want to see from superhero movies? I want to see something that doesn't necessarily follow traditional act structures. all the time. I was rewatching parts of The Dark Knight earlier, and I was thinking about those movies after. I think we had a question last week about like what are the cornerstone 3 superhero movies, and I was thinking about The Dark Knight for a while after that podcast for some reason, and like what it did that made people really pay attention to it, and it was because it took the rules, but it knew how to break them properly. I want more movies that do that. I want more movies kind of like The Suicide Squad that, yes, there is kind of a traditional act structure, and that's
but
what
it bounces around very
exactly. Yeah. It bounces through that, and it plays with your narrative, the narrative tropes you believe.
It's not just a generic action thing.
Even if it's something as simple as like an origin movie, I think you're still allowed to do that. Another movie that I think maybe I give it too much credit, even though it's not the best thing in the world. I keep thinking about the Atom Project. I keep going back to thinking about the Atom Project. It's not a superhero movie, but I want superhero movies that are like the Atom Project for some reason, because I feel like there are parts of that movie that aren't great, and it's just like a Ryan Reynolds, Sean Levy laugh-a-thon. But there are parts of that movie that are cornerstone perfect, and I think that's down to just the script being really solid and about a really solid concept, which is just, what if you could go back and interact with yourself as a kid and really make peace with the troubles that you had growing up as a kid, you know? And like that cornerstone idea sold the movie. You could make a superhero movie like that just wasn't about the superhero stuff, and it was just about these characters. And I think I want to see more superhero movie pitches that are like that, where it's not necessarily a focus on this person is a hero and they're saving the community and all this stuff. I think those movies can be done really well. Blue Beetle's a great example of that, of a movie that kind of takes those themes and really runs with it. But I also want to see more movies that just like kind of take the concept and throw it away and do something else with the pre-established IP and contort it in a way that still satisfies fans, but then also does something creatively embarking, I guess.
You want the Atom. You just want every movie to have Percy Jackson.
I want to be because I've been, I guess, he was good in this show.
Yeah, he was. My girlfriend was like, did I say he wasn't?
No,
what was you coming
didn't.
at me with this fucking heat? Jesus.
My girlfriend was like, I didn't really like a lot of it. And she started watching the old movie again on Disney Plus randomly, just like when we're in the middle of doing stuff. And every time I just get annoyed.
I'm seeing a lot of people say, actually, the movie was more accurate to the books. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Where are you going with that?
I got some of the books right here. It's not. Okay.
Too long.
I know they're too long. I'm never going to convince you to watch them or read them. No, what do you want from superhero movies?
I was thinking about it because I was thinking about Blue Beetle, and like when I went into that movie, I was expecting generic superhero action movie, and then they hit you with like, oh no, here's money problems, here's like class issues, here's like using, and I it sounds like kind of basic, but I do want to see these big characters and these big with the platform of superheroes to push agendas. Honestly, I want to see like political ideologies and progressivism being like legitimately pushed, not in a sort of like, hey, pat us on the back for including one line that addresses racism. I want a movie that is like fundamentally challenging kind of conservative beliefs and stuff. Like I think that that superheroes have this position of power to be able to like push the needle in a certain way. Like they, but instead so many of them just turn out to just be cops and military and action stuff, and there's not really actually doing anything with that. And that's what I want. I want superheroes to have a bigger purpose than
Would
just
you be okay with them
movies.
Turning superheroes evil? I know we've talked about evil Superman all the time, but aside from
that,
because it's like it can't go too far as to like The Boys, but is there something there where you can make a superhero make bad decisions but still
I think like the Authority in the DCU stuff could be an interesting way to do that, but I also I think the evil superhero stuff is exhausting now. They've done it so frequently in a way that's not fun, in a way that doesn't actually have those challenges, because what happens all the time is there's the villain with the good point, and then the hero says, no, you're doing it wrong, and that's it. It's a Vulture situation where it's like there's not actually like at the very least with Killmonger, T'Challa was like, you're right, you're doing this
and
wrong,
I'll do something
right, and I'm gonna do something about it at the end. But for like a Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there's not really that like I'm gonna take the extra step to do it the quote unquote right way. He gives a big speech.
You wrong.
And then hires a Zionist Israeli fucking.
Supposedly, yeah, that's what he does. We'll find out.
They're not getting cut out of the movie, and that's fucked up, Marvel. I kind of don't want to make videos about Marvel for a bit because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think I want. The evil Superman is tired, but evil Batman could be interesting if it's done right. But it's very rarely done right. So I'd rather just it's like the Suicide Squad game. It's like I'm not just on my thing, which you kind of gotta play it. So
yeah, at some point
we'll talk about it eventually. I just gotta do it.
Yeah.
But we're going on hour and 10. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Fucking CJ keeps commenting. He's like, you went over an hour.
Yeah, I was like, what does it matter?
Like 10 minutes. Who gives a shit? Yeah, that's not that big of a difference. Make fun of us when we get to like 2.5. Fine.
CJ, I liked how you edited the high top video. I didn't.
Yeah, that was good. But fuck you.
Good job. But fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Did you check the email, by the way?
I did.
Yeah.
Nothing.
We have a question for you.
We did from the email. I didn't see that one. I just saw the one that was like to you about something.
You can check it if you want.
Do I want me to check it right now?
Yeah, I think you should.
To the email.
Here, do you want me to? Here, I can read it to you.
Okay, you can read it to me. Come on, read it to me.
Hang on, wait. Where's the podcast? All right, question for Mithi. This comes from troyoboyo17@gmail.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
It says,
is that a fan?
Loser plus ratio plus check the email.
Is that a fan? Troyoboyo17?
I don't know. I think they're a fucking freak.
Is there a fan?
I think they're a loser.
I think they're parasocial. I think they're a little parasocial. I think you should probably get off my ass.
I think so.
I think that's what should happen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I'll check the email next time. Send me actual emails and I will answer
There is a non-zero chance you'll be replaced with
no.
Meriduena.
No, listen. Send emails to the email and I will actually check them and just answer yes or no. I only want yes or no questions on the email. Just send me yes or no questions.
We should do a whole episode where it's just questions that are yes or no and just say yes.
Yeah, yes.
We don't elaborate.
No, that's it. I think that'd be a great long episode.
Yeah, 4-hour episode.
Yeah, exactly.
4-hour podcast on that. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us on your favorite weekly podcast where two men with glasses talk about things. Again, groundbreaking, revolutionary. If you enjoyed this, leave a comment, rate it 5 stars. Send us your emails. Join us on Patreon. Whatever, everything. What did I miss? Something? Subscribe, I guess.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
If you want to,
only if you're gonna actually watch the podcast. I don't want subscribers that don't watch stuff.
Watch our YouTube shorts.
Are you gonna make YouTube shorts?
I'll try. I'll try doing one, and let's see if you can tell if I made it.
If there are any, if they show up, they show up, but also we're not going to put them in the subscription feed. So.
No, yeah, you're watching the podcast. Why are you going to go watch the shorts if you're watching the podcast?
Yeah. This is the one that makes money. This one,
exactly.
This one's the actual valuable.
Watch the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks. See you. Look at that. Holy shit. Look at him go.
Whoa. Whoa.